Jonathan Schober here, Director of Customer Success for Clairvoyant Networks and Theora Care. Thank you so much for purchasing your Theora Connect watch. We hope that you enjoy it. Very quickly, out of the box, you should have the watch, a charger, a cable, and a power adapter. To prepare the watch for use, simply place the watch on the charger with the SOS button facing up. It should only fit in one orientation. Usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes for an initial charge to be applied onto the watch to where it turns on, and about 2 to 3 hours for a full charge cycle to complete. Now, using the watch is very simple. To activate the watch face, you can press either of the buttons to turn the watch face on. Now, if you want to activate the SOS button, simply press and hold the SOS button for 5 seconds, and that will start the process of the SOS call. For the remainder of the video, I'm going to switch my screen over so you can actually see the applications on the watch, and I'm going to demonstrate all of the features on the watch itself. When you first get the watch, it probably has a QR code displayed on it, and so you'll need to connect the watch to your Theora Link Pro application. So there is another video on installing the Theora Link Pro and getting that set up, but we're going to go ahead and go through the process here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and set this up so that QR code will disappear. So on the watch face, if you just tap on it, there are two main applications on the watch itself. The first is a weather application. So this will give you the current weather information at your current location. Tell you what the sunrise and the sunset is, whether or not any rain is in the forecast. And the second application on the watch is our step counter, so you can open up that. Now this watch is, I just picked it up, and so I haven't gone walking with it, so there are 0 steps. But you can click on the gear icon. You can modify the goals. The default is 3,000 steps. You can also display it in a listing factor, so you can scroll through the days and how many steps that you've taken each day. On the second screen, so if we swipe from right to left, this is where we will get the settings icon. So go ahead and click on the gear icon. Now, most of this information is helpful information that support may ask you for if you call in. So the watch's phone number, some of the technical details about the watch. So our support team may ask you some of this information. But what's most important for our users is the user settings. So if we tap on that user settings, the password for all of our watches for the user settings is 1234. And again, we do this because we want the primary caregiver to be able to access that. But in some cases, the wearer, it might be kind of frustrating to get into those settings and then potentially change things on accident. So that's why we have the password there for our settings screen. So in the settings, there's several different watch faces that can be used. So we have, this is our standard default, kind of a light blue. And then we also have a darker blue. So I think that there's a total of 12 or 13 different watch faces with different color combinations. We also have some analog watch faces, again, in different colors. So I'm just swiping from right to left to go through the different clock faces. Now, this is more of a modern view with our step counts and battery percentage highlighted on the watch face. And once again, we have this in several different colors. So, I'm just swiping from right to left to go through the different watch faces. And finally, we have one of our elegant styles and it does have the step count and the step goal here as well. So if you wanted to change that watch face, you would just swipe to the one, just tap in the center, and then now that watch face becomes the watch face on the device. Going back to our user settings. Again, to get into user settings, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we went through the watch face. You can also turn on shake to wake. So by default, the watch is set to where if you want to turn the display on, you have to press one of the buttons, and then that will activate the LCD screen. We do that to save battery because we don't want that LCD screen to be on all of the time. But in some cases, we have users that it gets a little bit frustrating to have to press a button. They want to kind of twist their wrist and be able to display the watch. And so that's what our shake to wake mode is. So we just turn that on. It does require, I'm going to delay it for now, it does require the device to reboot. By turning on shake to wake, now when the user kind of twists their wrist, that will activate the LCD screen so they don't have to press a button to turn on and display the watch. The next setting is the lockdown mode. So in some cases, we have users, they don't want to be able to access the weather app or the step counter. That might create some frustration, some confusion. They just want just a watch. And so in that case, we would just turn lockdown mode on, and now the watch is just a watch. Now, if they press the SOS button, that SOS button will still call the contact that has been identified in the Theora Link Pro application. If you have our smart fall detection enabled, that will still function. But in terms of the user interface on the watch, it's just going to display the time. They won't be able to get into any of those other icons. Screen brightness, the maximum brightness is 10. I believe by default we have it on 4, so kind of medium brightness. The ring volume is actually already set to maximum by default, but you can adjust that down. Same thing on the call volume, it's set to the maximum by default, but you can adjust it down. Most people do not make changes to any of these settings. But if you want to make it dimmer or a little bit brighter, again, the brighter that you make it, the more of an impact that has on the watch itself. And finally, what you can do is you can actually power the watch off by scrolling all the way to the bottom and hitting the power off button. To exit out of it, you're just going to press the SOS button one time. That will exit out of the screen. That's really all of the configurations on the watch itself. By design, we have tried to make this watch as simple to use as possible. There's not a lot of complexity on it. There's not a lot of applications that can cause confusion and frustration. So for the most part, the applications there are the weather, the step count, and going and making some minor adjustments to the user settings. If you do have any questions or you need any assistance, you can contact our support team. The number is 512-371-6164.